Welcome to Math Magic Concepts. In this session we shall learn how to find the number of groups that can be made given group size. Here is the problem. You have 20 books. You can keep not more than 5 books in one shelf. So how many shelves do you need in your almirah? To solve the problem, we first take 5 books and keep it in the first shelf. We are still left with 15 books. We take the next set of 5 books and keep it in the second shelf. We are now left with 10 books. We take the next set of 5 books and keep it in the third shelf. We are left with 5 books. We keep the remaining 5 books into the fourth shelf. We are left with no more books. So we need an almirah with 4 shelves. Unlike the problems we solved in session 1, here we were given the group size, that is 5 books. We were asked how many groups we can form of size 5 from 20. The question we ask is, how many times 5 is 20? By recollecting the multiplication table 4 times 5 is 20, we determine 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. This is different from distributing 20 books equally among 4 shelves. The question to ask then is, 4 times how many is 20? By recollecting the multiplication table 4 times 5 is 20, we determine 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. It is important for you to note and understand this difference, though both scenarios involve division. Let's solve problems from the exercises. There are in total 28 buttons. If tailor puts 4 buttons per shirt, how many shirts can he stitch?
We have to find how many groups of 4 can be made from 28. Group size 4 is already given. So we ask the question, how many times 4 is equal to 28? We recall from multiplication table 7 times 4 is 28. 28 divided by 4 is equal to 7. So tailor can stitch 7 shirts.
Well done. For the same 28 buttons, if tailor puts 7 buttons per shirt, how many shirts can he stitch?
We have to find how many groups of 7 can be made from 28. Group size 7 is already given. We have to ask, how many times 7 is equal to 28? We recall from multiplication table 4 times 7 is 28. 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. So tailor can stitch 4 shirts.
Excellent. Again observe how different table entries, 4 times 7 and 7 times 4, are recalled for current and previous scenarios. Minku has 15 laddus. She wants to give 3 laddus to each of her friend. How many friends she can distribute the available laddus?
We have to find how many groups of 3 can be made from 15. Group size 3 is already given. We have to ask, how many times 3 is equal to 15? We recall from multiplication table 5 times 3 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. So Minku can give laddus to 5 of her friends.
Fantastic. If Minku puts her 15 laddus equally into 3 boxes, how many laddus will there be in each box?
We have to find out the group size, as we already know number of groups, which is 3, equal to 3 boxes. So we ask 3 times how many is equal to 15? We recall from multiplication table 3 times 5 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. So each box gets 5 laddus.
Wonderful. Take note how we do 15 divided by 3 to get 5 in both laddus problems, though one is for finding the group size, given number of groups. Other is to find the number of groups, given group size. Here is the next problem. Share 12 balloons equally among 3 boys. How many balloons for each boy?
We have to find out the group size, as we already know the number of groups, which is 3, equal to 3 boys. So we ask 3 times how many is equal to 12. We recall from multiplication table 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So each boy gets 4 balloons.
Excellent. Share 12 balloons among children by giving 3 balloons per child. How many children can you distribute the available balloons?
We have to find how many groups of 3 can be made from 12. Group size 3 balloons is already given. We have to ask, how many times 3 is equal to 12? We recall from multiplication table 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So balloons can be given to 4 children.
Well done. In this session we learnt how to find the number of groups to be formed through division, when group size is given.